All right. Oh, there we go. Okay. Sometimes, sometimes, sometimes the microphone, which was connected a few moments ago, is no longer connected. Hello. Hello, everyone. It is Wednesday, apparently, and we are here, apparently. No, we're definitely here for some creating along. Rune is here, Sunlight Scribe is here, Damien is here. Hello, BA is here. Hi. Oh, didn't have to call the sound police today, Damien says. I know. Uh, we've got some folks experiencing ads. Sorry about that. Twitch. Well, welcome. Hello. I'm Sarah. I am a writer, podcaster, speaker, other things as well. And this is one of our Wednesday night Create Along live streams. This is a place where we can get together and hang out and be cool, awesome writers together in a gentle, cozy, safe space. So I've got some tea here in my space mug tonight. Let me know if you have tea, coffee, something a little stronger. I always encourage folks, there's some loud cars going past, that's great, to have some water in addition. So, oh, thank you. Thank you for the sub. My gosh. I appreciate it. Thank you. Oh, JC Henry is here. Asa, hey. Asa says woot woot twice in one day with Sarah. Yes. Hi. Oh, thank you. JC Henry says the mug is so nice. I think I literally just said that. It might be one of those days. So I'm a little bit of an introvert, as some of you may know. And oh, BA, thank you so much for subscribing. That means the world to me. Yeah, so a little scatterbrained right now, and that's maybe okay. So this is my second stream today. Some of you actually, I'm seeing a lot of familiar people in the chat right now. Several of you were at earlier. I did the inaugural. I know. Damien says second. What the? So the first stream I did was earlier today with my good friend Asa, and we have started something that we're calling Story Club, and it meets Wednesday and Thursday afternoons here in the Central Time Zone. So I should double check. I want to say we start at 1 p.m. Central, but that could be very wrong. It might be 2 p.m. Oh, I was very wrong. 2 p.m. Central. I'm really glad I checked on that. So 2 p.m. Central on Wednesdays and Thursdays. Wednesdays today, we do Sci-Fi Story Club, and Thursdays tomorrow we do Horror Story Club. And what we're doing is we're going through. Yep, I have some show and tell props here. We're going through the Big Book of Science Fiction on Wednesdays. Like I said, it's been a day. So this is it's a chunky book, and today we did the very first story in here, The Star by H.G. Wells, and it is a sort of prototype for disaster fiction, for impending doom. And we talked a little bit about how it is science fiction, but also a little bit cosmic horror, but also a little bit other things as well. So yeah, this is a great anthology. It's edited by Anne and Jeff Vandermeer. And so far, I'm one story in. I'm really enjoying it. So that was today. Tomorrow for Horror Story Club, we are going to be reading. I have another anthology. This is great. I have essentially two textbooks, and I'm super stoked about it because I'm a huge nerd. This is called The Dark Descent, and it's put together by David Hartwell, which, interestingly enough, he's mentioned in the introduction to our Big Book of Science Fiction. So there's some crossover going on here. But our first story that we're going to be looking at tomorrow at 2 p.m. Central, because I have the time right this time, is The Reach by Stephen King. and it's purportedly one of Stephen King's best short stories. So, if you can find a copy, you don't need this huge textbook. I want to make sure that this stays accessible. If you can find the short story by Stephen King, The Reach, online, if you already have a collection of his short stories, I encourage you to read that. We're going to be talking about it tomorrow live. And I'd love to see you there. And if you can't make it, that's fine. I know, ugh, I should know better than to have so many windows and stuff open. Hello. Hello. Oh, thank you. I just now saw Asa corrected me to 2 p.m. Central. Thank you. JC Henry says, I caught half of it. Yep, so 3 p.m. Eastern. Yes. Tiffany says, hello, Wednesday writers. Tiffany, hello. I'm so happy you're here. There we go. Oh, BA says, I'm always at work in the afternoons. Sad face. Oh, it's $7 on Kindle. BA says, I just looked up the big book on science fiction, $7 on Kindle at the moment. That's a really good $7. So yeah, Rune says, okay, so happy I realized you're doing live streams. So I'm so glad you're here. Well, I'm so glad all of you are here. It's not just limited to one or two of you. I am super stoked that each and every one of you is here today. So I'm consolidating my windows here because I just got into a little bit of a mess there. So perfect. Okay, now I should be a little less distracted as I hunt for comments. So yeah, second stream of today. If you did not know about our stream earlier, you can go ahead and subscribe to me on Twitch and or YouTube. And on YouTube, you have the ability to be notified about videos when I go live. And so if you want, you can sign up for that. It's absolutely free. Everything we do is free. So please do join. So, excuse me, tomorrow, very excited to start The Reach by Stephen King. And then on Friday, we're going to continue to do, I don't know if any of you have seen this, but in the past, I want to say 3 weeks, 2 or 3 weeks, Asa and I have been doing Flash Fiction Fridays, where we get together, and this one's at a slightly different time. Maybe this is what I was thinking of when I said the time earlier. Yes, it's going to be at noon Central, so 1 o'clock Eastern, on Friday, and we are going to be if you haven't caught one of our Friday live streams, basically what we do is Asa finds a magazine that is open to submissions and also pays. And we take a look at the specifications for the story. We take a look at the genre that the story will be written in. And then we all together, well, everybody's writing a different story, but we all sort of like in these create alongs, we take an hour, 45 minutes, whatever it is, and we get started on a new story. And I've really been enjoying it so far. I did not remember how much I loved writing short stories until I started writing them for these streams. Yes, Tiffany, I was going to ask you about that. So, yes. But just while it's at the top of my brain, do join us. So that is going to be Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday afternoons, 3 days in a row. If you are in the United States, they're in the afternoon. If you are elsewhere, I'm going to leave it to you to do the math. So yes, welcome to tonight's stream, those of you who are just joining us. I am Sarah, and I'm just excited to be here with you. I would love to hear if you would like to put it in the chat if you are on YouTube or on Twitch, because I'm streaming to both. If you want to let us know in the chat what it is you are working on tonight, if anything, and if you're not working on anything, I want to reassure you that that is okay. So this is a write along / create along, I realize, but a very undervalued and overlooked part of the writing and creative process is rest. And so if you are not in a good place this evening to write, to create, to work on your quilt or your short story or your memoir, that's fine. Like, use this time to recharge, read a book, play Stardew Valley, whatever it is you need to refill your creative cup. So yeah. All right. Tiffany says, I'll have to tell you all about the little writing conference I went to over the weekend. Happy to jump on an upcoming live. Tiffany, I would love that. I have not been in touch with you and would still love to get your take on yeah, on what you talked about during I wanted to say that you were attending a panel about writing as a calling, writing as a vocation, and so I would love to hear more about what that looked like. Tiffany says, same old revisions tonight. Same old revisions. Sunlight Scribe says, working on a chicken soup story and edits for my GP devotions. Beautiful. Damien says, I'm working on World of Warcraft because I've been in the writer's room all week. Beautiful. Happy to say that I'm nearly finished with episode 3 of Scarlet. Only 5 left. That's amazing. And Damien has been a regular at our live streams here Wednesday nights, and then we've done a few other nights, but mostly Wednesday nights, and it's been so exciting. He wrote the series Hanapocalypse during these live streams and is now working on Scarlet. I want to say Reliquary of Souls, but that might not be correct. But yeah, we're super excited for you. I love it. I love that you're working on it. I love that you're still working on it, even though things have been rough. Okay, good, good. Scarlet Reliquary of Souls. I am very excited about it, and the art is gorgeous, and I'm sure the writing and the sound design are going to be gorgeous. So, Sunlight Scribe says, I would rather be playing on my new website and Substack project. Oh, oh, Substack project, you say? I love hearing about that. Oh, I love it. JC Henry. JC Henry has also been a regular here and has been working on a space saga. And it looks like you're working on a new scene tonight, which I love to see. So, oh, that's fantastic. That's absolutely fantastic. Good. JC Henry says that title is eye-catching. Yes. Oh, okay, Damien, that's super exciting. So Damien says, I also got the go-ahead to completely revamp the entire Fable and Folly website, which I just might do the next week during your stream. That's really exciting. Are you building it from the ground up? Like, or are you migrating all of it? Or very interested to see what you are doing. Fantastic. Fantastic. Ah, so yes, all right. You're tossing the old one out, just put it in the trash. Digital trash. Drag it across your desktop to the recycle bin. That's what we think of the old website. I have no idea. But yeah, anyone else want to let us know what you are working on? I actually haven't decided what I'm working on because, as usual, I'm working on too many things. And well, I guess importantly, I need to finish reading The Reach by Stephen King for our live discussion tomorrow at 2 p.m. Central. But I also have, oh, I have so much here. I've been working. I don't know if anyone else has read this. I've been reading Page by Page by Heather Sellers, and it's honestly one of the most. I don't know. I've identified with it a lot. That's not a very eloquent way of saying that. Yes, Project Roulette, says the Sunlight Scribe. Yes, Project Roulette is what I have. I have a project in every chamber and just I don't know how far I want to take that metaphor. But yeah, I've really connected with this book, and it's yet another book on writing, and believe me, I have just even at my fingertips here uh this is just even the few that are sitting here by within reach on the floor where I am. And yeah, so far this one for whatever reason has been really really catching my heart. um the author is kind of snarky and will not hesitate to tell you to, like, okay, this isn't for you, stop reading and go do something else. Which is a little different than the attitude that I take with creative instruction. But honestly, it's been really working, and I think the reason it's been working is I have been doing I don't want to call them assignments. I have been doing the exercises. So at the end of each chapter, there's a little exercise that you can do. Um, and often when I read a writing book, I will read the writing exercise and not do it. And with this one, I'm actually doing the writing exercises. And perhaps to nobody's surprise, they are actually helping me to become a better writer. So I am really, really enjoying this book. So I might do today's chapter and exercise from that. I also just, with the way that today has gone, I've been in calls and meetings and streams all day, and I have not gotten to work on Girl in Space at all today. And so I have that on my plate. I also have some just work that I need to do. So there is just a lot. Oh, she has another one called Chapter After Chapter. Okay, I'm gonna have to read that one next. Yeah, I'm really enjoying. I didn't actually know about this book until my friend Maggie told me about it. And of course I like bought it immediately and I'm really enjoying it. So okay, I'm gonna have to check out Chapter After Chapter. Um and it'll have to go on top of that pile of books that I just showed you. That is not even not even a small percentage of all the books I have on writing. So maybe we should do another like no, nope. I'm already live streaming 3 days a week. I was gonna say like, oh, maybe we should do like another live stream where we talk about writing books. And nope, no, Sarah, nope, mm-mm, nope, nope. Gotta stay sane. Gotta stay sane. Oh, fantastic. Yes. Oh my gosh. So BA says my book backlog is approaching my video game backlog, which is not a good thing. Yeah, the video game backlog I don't talk about a whole lot, but got a lot of games that I have yet to even start. I feel like books I can justify by saying like, "Oh, it's part of my job," and part of my job is like, oh, I have all these books, but like reading, I'm a writer, and so reading, yes, yep, I can it's away. But yeah, Pinball Princess says books that foster creativity are one of my many weaknesses. Even if I'm bad at committing to actually doing the exercises, I feel you on that. What I've been doing is just a lot of you may know that I keep a journal. It is essentially a bullet journal that I also write a little bit in. And I've just been doing the exercises right here in my bullet journal. That has been helpful. I don't have to get an extra or additional notebook to do the exercises. It's literally just right there. And I'm already taking notes from what I'm reading. So that has helped me a lot. Yes, the media backlog problem is real. Yes, we could all live 1,000 lives just to catch up. Truth. Yeah, absolutely true. Absolutely true. Oh my gosh. Damien says, I have about 400 games. Yep. And the only thing I've played for the last 2 months is a 20-year-old game. Uh-huh. Yes, I have. I don't know if I have 400. Tiffany says, please, I can't fit any more writing books on my shelf. I know. Well, I'll read them and tell you if they're any good. So I'll vet them for you. So if it turns out one's no good, I'll be like, you guys don't buy this one. Um, but yeah, Damien, I have probably at least 100 games, which is still a lot of games. And basically, I've been playing Slay the Spire on my phone for most of this year because it's been so hard for me to sit up and play video games. Long story short, I have 2 herniated discs in my lumbar area of my spine. And so I've spent this entire year sitting straight up on the floor or lying on the floor, which are two ways that I can exist and not be in pain. And so having Slay the Spire, which is like a deck building strategy game on my phone, I can like lay down on the floor and play that. And so I've logged many hours in that game and not a lot of hours in other games that are contributing to my backlog. So yeah, so that's a thing that we are doing. So, all right, friends, my friends. We are here together. Oh, it is. Oh, Tiffany, I didn't know this. Tiffany says this Saturday is Bookstore Romance Day. Oh, happy day to all who celebrate. Okay, I love a bookstore romance. What did I just read? What's the Emily Henry book? Book Lovers. Is that it? Book Lovers, Emily Henry? I think that's it. And it's literally about people who work in a bookstore and it's a romance. And it's like chef's kiss. It's like what more could you want, really? It's about two traditional publishing editors and they are I won't spoil it. They don't like each other at first. That's all I'll say. Asa says, okay, what's it called? Are you referring to Page by Page by Heather Sellers? If you are, that's what this is. If it was one of the other books that I held up, let me know and I will hold them up again. Romance bookstores are celebrating all across the country. I think every bookstore should celebrate all across the country. Yes, that's writing too. Yes, recharging batteries, keeping your mind going. Damien, that's such a good point. It's something I often say during these create alongs is one of the unspoken elements of writing is not writing. And it sounds silly, it sounds facetious, but it's true. And I have had to find this out the hard way by burning myself out, by overdoing it, by writing every day, 365 days a year, because that's what I thought I needed to do. And I was wrong. I actually write better when I take a day or two off a week from writing. My one cheat is that I do write in my bullet journal every day, but often that's just a list of like the stuff I have to do. So it's still putting ink to paper, but it's not diving into the creative process. It's not, processing my own life experience into a story for other people to read. So yeah, that is completely valid, Damien. Yes. So tonight, if you would like to join us in creating, if you have a story you're working on, if you have a quilt you're sewing, whatever it is, anything creative, I invite you to work on that. But if, like I said earlier, if you are not in a good place to do any creative work tonight, if you are feeling burned out, if you are feeling exhausted, if you are full of despair and sadness, and if writing wouldn't help you through that, or working on other creative stuff wouldn't help you through that, I encourage you to take a deep breath and rest. Think about something that would be creatively recharging for you. I should do probably a Right Now podcast episode about this, but I've been working on figuring out the difference between resting and recharging and like what those look like and why some things are restful and some things are recharging creatively. But you probably know yourself best to know what works best for you, whether you need to rest or recharge, whether that means taking a nap, playing some video games, working on a different type of creative project, like baking some cookies or doing some sewing or, getting a coloring book and getting out your colored pencils and just going to town on that. Whatever that looks like for you. So, whew. Oh, the game. Okay, wait. Okay. So Asa said, what's it called? The game. Is it horrible of me? Oh, the game. Slay the Spire. I was like, is it bad if I don't even remember what I was talking about? It's it's Slay the Spire, and I've just been playing it on my phone, and it's very challenging. So if you are into strategic deck builders, then it might be a game for you. So, all right, friends. Huh. I have talked enough today. You're tired of hearing me. So let's say I mute myself and we move into writing time. So the way that this works is, there we go. And BA, I think I cut off your comment, so I'm going to read it real quick. Yes, Slay the Spire. BA says I have a game like that. NGU Idol. Oh, I've been playing almost every day since May of last year. Oh, that's fantastic. I love a game like that. I do. That is great. So, hello. Here we are at the writing portion or resting or recharging portion of the evening where the chat is off screen, but it is still active out on YouTube or Twitch, wherever it is you're joining us from. And what do I usually say here? Oh, yeah. So I'm going to mute myself and feel free to continue chatting. It just won't show up here on the screen. I'm going to mute myself and we're just going to hang out in creative, happy silence. You can play music on your end if you want, nature sounds, rain sounds, whale sounds. You can light a fire, you can make some cocoa, whatever it is that helps you feel cozy and rested and recharged and creative. I encourage you to do that. We'll go ahead and be in community here together for about the next hour and 15 minutes. And when it is 8:45 p.m. Central, I will return and hopefully not give you a heart attack and scare you to death. And we'll go ahead and talk about how it went. If you ended up writing during this time, I'll be curious to know how it went, if you ran into any roadblocks, if you fell asleep, if, whatever it was that you did, if you want to talk about it, we'll be here for it. All right, and look at this. It's exactly 7:30 here, so that gives us exactly an hour and 15 minutes to just create together. So all right, I'll be right here. I'm keeping an eye on the chat, so let me know if you need anything, but otherwise, let's dive in. Welcome back, writers, creators. I hope I am not terrifying you by providing sound on your laptop or your phone or wherever it is you're listening. But welcome back. How are you feeling? How was your creative time? I would love to know in the comments here. I ended up doing a little bit more than I thought I would. Um, ended up reading and journaling another chapter and exercise in Heather Seller's Page After Page, which I continue to enjoy. Um, and then I got some work done. Good. Damien says mine was perfect. I love to hear that. I love to hear it. That makes me very happy. Good. I'm trying to remember. You're playing not World of Warcraft. Oh no, yeah, you're playing World of Warcraft. Perfect. Thank you for the follow. Dr. Auntie J, thank you. Fantastic to see you here. How'd it go for other folks? I very sadly ran out of tea, like a sip left in the bottom, and I couldn't step away from my desk to go make more. So, fantastic. Daliage says, my Pathfinder session is ancient Egyptian inspired. Okay, that sounds delightful. I may have gotten stuck in the rabbit holes of research, more than fleshing it out. That sounds, oh boy, that is a rabbit hole down which I would also fall. I get really excited about things. I don't know if that's the ADHD or if I just get excited about things, but my gosh, if I was also doing research for a game session and it was about ancient Egyptian things, that would be it for me. I I would go down every single rabbit hole. I would trip and fall and tumble down every single rabbit hole. So I totally get that. Oh, Damien says I'm honestly looking forward to getting back to writing tomorrow. That's the bonus of not overdoing it, I guess. Damien, I was literally just thinking about this. I didn't get a chance today to work on Girl in Space. I thought about working on it like during our time here together, but my brain is just a little too fried. Um so I really appreciate you saying that because I remember I was thinking sitting here like, "Oh, I wish it was tomorrow so that I could write on Girl in Space because I love writing and any day where I'm not writing fiction, I don't know, I just get itchy and I just feel uncomfortable. And it doesn't have anything to do with productivity. I think it has to do with just digging out, scooping out thoughts from my brain and putting them down into a story. Like my brain misses that challenge. But again, like you said, it is possible to overdo it, and for years I overdid it. And what would happen is if I wrote every day 7 days in a row, or every day 14 or 21 or 28 or more days in a row without a day off, is my writing would degenerate kind of. And what would happen would be, I don't really know how to put this, it would get worse, but I wouldn't realize at the time that it was getting worse. Like I wouldn't realize that, sorry, there's some loud motorcycles. I wouldn't realize like in the moment of writing that what I was writing I would later look at and be like, "Oh my gosh, I have to delete all of this." And so when I wrote every day, I would end up deleting more than I have. I'm not deleting as much now that I'm taking days off. So I think I'm actually with, a day or two off each week from Girl in Space. I think I'm actually making more progress. I'm getting a greater net word count in despite writing on fewer days. And so I don't know. There's something to it. There's something to it. I wouldn't have wanted to admit that at the time when I was sinking into the burnout quicksand. Is that a mixed metaphor? Maybe it is. But boy do I feel that. I am such a huge advocate now for taking days off. I wish I would have come to my senses a little sooner. That's all. I have some regrets. Pinball Princess says, I ended up ranting in my diary slash journal about something that happened at work. Coming back to the stream and not being the only person in the room anymore made me realize I was being cruel to myself in my anger. So I'm writing about that now to try and process. Oh, that's a lot. Oh, that's a lot. I think it says a lot about the cathartic nature of writing and journaling, and also the power of community, and I don't know, the relativity. Is that the right word? I don't know, just the way that we all relate to each other when we're in a group, and how we relate to ourselves when we're in a group, how we see ourselves, how we see other people. Wow, that's really powerful stuff. Yes, gosh. I hope you're no longer being cruel to yourself, and let us know how that processing goes. Or you don't have to, but if you'd like to tell us more about that, we're here for it. Tiffany says words were written and nachos were consumed. I feel like you always have the best, like was it cupcakes you had last week and now it's nachos? Like you're living your best life. I'm a little envious. I'm a little envious. I just get tea. Ah, nachos. Oh man. Oh, I haven't had nachos in 100 years. That sounds really good. That sounds really good right now, Tiffany. Oh my gosh. Okay. Oh, nachos. I don't have nachos right now. Very sad. Yes, I love it. JC Henry says, "Ooh, nachos." Yes, Tiffany does have the good stuff. Man, yes. Wow. A little envious here. JC Henry, how did your new scene go? Very curious. And you don't have to tell us if you don't want to. I never intend to put anyone on the spot during these ride-alongs. If I ever ask you something that you are not comfortable like talking about, just pretend I didn't ask. Just ignore it. Just move on. It's not a big deal. And yeah, apologies in advance if I ever ask if you ever feel like I'm calling you out. Um that is not my intention. So, Pinball Princess says, "Oh wait. Okay, I have to figure out like which order I'm reading these in. Okay, so Damien, regarding taking that day off. So yeah, Damien says it's hard. We're taught that you need to suffer to work. Oh my gosh, we are. I've actually been talking to my therapist about this, about how we're supposed to make martyrs of ourselves to feel like morally fulfilled. And the more that you say, "Oh, I'm busy, I'm suffering," it's a badge of honor. And like, why? Stop. We don't need to prove that we're quote unquote better than anyone else. Taking time off is not a moral failure. It's like these are all things that I am just now in my early 40s like working through. Sorry, I like totally went on a tangent in the middle of your comment, Damien. There needs to be some amount of pain to it to justify that you're quote unquote working hard. Yeah, and Damien says I'm still unpacking that too, honestly. Yeah, this notion that you have to hurt yourself, this notion that if you're not, I don't know, it's kind of gross. If you're not suffering, you're not working hard enough. If you're not in pain, you're not doing enough. Yeah, I feel like that comes from some really gross places. Um yeah, I feel like that's a whole conversation to be had there. Yeah, working hard, I don't know. I feel like I work hard. I work a lot. But a lot of things I do for my work I also enjoy. And so it's not painful like it quote unquote should be. So I'm not like earning my martyrdom badge. I don't know. It gets really weird and really gross thinking about that. So I'm definitely here with you on that, Damien. Yes. Pinball Princess says, regarding burnout and overwork, I'm a fan of the anime Slime 300. I've never heard of it. It sounds delightful. The protagonist gets reborn after dying from overwork. Oh my. And a major theme is her not letting her found family and friends overwork themselves in their eagerness. That feels very timely. That feels like a very, I wonder if is it a current anime? Like, is it now? I feel like that's definitely something that we need to take a look at in this current day and age. Pinball Princess says, I'm trying to let myself be okay with having big feelings. Yes. Apparently, going, I have a big feeling and that's okay, and being okay with having a big feeling are different things for me. Oh boy. Yes. Oh my gosh. That's a lot. I feel like we're all going through it tonight. Oh my gosh. Yeah, Pinball Princess, I completely understand. Wow. Yes. Being okay, feeling those big feelings and like understanding what they are and what impact they have on us and like what we're supposed to do with them exactly. Like, what does processing it mean? What does it mean to, I don't know, are we supposed to come to terms with how we feel? Are we supposed to get over quote unquote negative feelings? It's just, there's a lot going on there. That's a lot to work through. JC Henry says, it's going slow. I don't mind. Good. I spent a good bit of time finding the right pen to write with. Yes. Oh, I love it. Yes. Oh, man. Yes, I feel you on that. That's right, Tiffany. Oh my gosh, I forgot about your sabbatical. I didn't ask how it was. So Tiffany says, I just came off of a 2-month sabbatical because my boss's treatment of me landed me in the emergency room. Oh my gosh. Oh boy. Yeah, trust me, take the time off. You can find another job, but you can't find another you. Oh boy. And then Tiffany clarifies the emergency room visit was because of stress related heart pain. Oh, that's terrifying. Tiffany, first of all, I'm really grateful that you're okay and that took care of yourself and that you were able to get a sabbatical. I'm wondering, I mean, how does it feel now going back? Um, is it right back into the lion's den or I mean, gosh, I don't know. I hope it's okay. I hope you're okay. But it sounds like now you can kind of identify hopefully um when things are not good. Ooh, yeah, speaking of our work like harming us. Yeah, that's terrifying. JC Henry says, "Yes, you guys take care of yourselves. I actually adjusted my time for work last year November from 5 days to 3 days for self-care." Heck yes. I love that. And I feel like that's not even something that we understand to be an option for ourselves sometimes, if it is an option. Um Depending where you work and what your job is like, it could be an option for you or it might just not be doable. But boy, I appreciate you sharing that with us. Tiffany says, thank you. The beautiful thing is I'm feeling a lot better and might have good news this Friday. Oh, back at work, taking things one day at a time. My boss has backed off and changed her attitude. We'll see how long it lasts. I feel like that is a very realistic, yeah, Tiffany, that is a very realistic mindset. Like cautiously optimistic. Like, okay, my boss has, we're doing okay right now, but humans tend to like, what do I want to say? Not backslide, maybe backslide. I don't know. It's hard to make change lasting change and make it stick. So, boy, thinking of you and wishing you good luck with that. My gosh. BA says, I gave the work hard. Oh, sorry. I gave the work hard despite pain mindset. Yes, the boot years ago. So, yes, the work hard despite pain mindset. Oh, work hard despite pain. Mm-hmm. I mean, for a while, I thought that was just normal. Like when people talked about, oh, adulting or being an adult is hard, I thought it was like, oh, because we have to be in pain all the time. And like, what we're earning money for is our suffering, and it just got into a really gross place. So, oh, I'm really glad you're able to get out of that mindset. BA continues, I went above and beyond 1 year at work to see what would happen. I was rewarded with a verbatim evaluation from the previous year with the dates changed. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I would have screamed. Oh my gosh. Wow. So you put in extra effort and it wasn't recognized. Or it was just taken as your new normal and like, oh, this is your benchmark now. This is normal. That's very frustrating. Yes. JC Henry says, I advocate the 4-day work week. Tiffany says, working hard despite pain is not sustainable, my friends. It is not. And oh boy, working hard despite pain. That's part of why I had to leave my job. Like, sure, it was about independence and autonomy and working for myself, but like, I don't know, I gave and I gave and I gave. And like, I don't know, if you're like me, a little bit of a perfectionist, a little bit of an overachiever, I was giving my whole self to my job. At the I mean everywhere I've ever worked, I've just given my whole self completely to the job and giving, 100% on everything for 8 hours a day or more depending on what kind of job it is. Like, it's right, Tiffany, it's not sustainable. It's really not sustainable. So, I was so burned out. I was so burned out when I left my marketing job. Um, I didn't even know how burned out I was. And I don't know, I still don't know if I'm fully recovered from it, to be honest. Like, it takes a lot from you to give that much without, I mean, I know you're getting paid, but the money isn't the point. Or at least it was nice. I'm glad I was paid for my work, but like the money didn't alleviate the suffering. Like it didn't get rid of my burnout or make the burnout less painful or more okay. So, oh, thank you, Tiffany. Thank you so much. My gosh, thank you for the donation. Wonderful, beautiful. Oh, Pinball Princess. Oh, the Slime 300. The first season is a few years old. I think it's getting a second season. Oh, the full name is, okay, this is the name of the anime. I've been killing slimes for 300 years and maxed out my level. That's the best name for anything I've ever heard. So that's incredible. That's incredible. I love it. I've been killing slimes for 300 years and maxed out my level. I feel like if that was the format for our autobiographies, mine would be I've been writing for 41 years and I'm tired. Damien says 100% the same here, Sarah. I still find out I'm recovering. Yeah, pretty sure when I left that job, I was at the end of my ability to process and deal with it. Oh, yeah, Damien, that's a really good point. I don't think I was processing it at the end. It was just a go into office, do work, keep from pulling hair out, remember to breathe, and go home. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Mm. And it's interesting too. I've had several people ask, like, "Oh, Sarah, if you had to like go back to work, for financial reasons, or insurance reasons or anything like that, what would you do?" And I'm like, I I I couldn't go back to working for anyone ever again. Like I know, and I say that and it sounds a little melodramatic, but I could not. It was just I got into such a bad place of giving and giving and giving and being taken advantage of, that the thought of willingly placing myself into a situation like that again is, I don't even have a word for it. It's terrifying, honestly. It's terrifying. Yeah, Damien says I could do it for survival, but it wouldn't be sustainable. Yeah, I feel like some things I could do. I could not go back to an office job where I would need to do brain things. Like, I would not be able to do audits. I would not be able to do any kind of like reporting. I wouldn't be able to, I think maybe even building websites, writing content. Like, I don't think I could do that anymore. If I got a job now, it would need to be like something outside, something physical, like I don't even know, like picking up litter or, you know, working in the park, like planting things, which I can't do right now because of my delightfully herniated back. But yeah, I can't go back to an office and have somebody tell me what to do. It's just like it's like back slowly away. And I know it sounds snobby, but I couldn't do it. No. But maybe I would work in a convenience store. You know, I'm trying to think like what else, like yeah, working in a store, working retail. I've done that before. That was not as draining. I didn't get burned out working in retail. I got tired of it, but it wasn't the same thing as like being in pain all the time. It doesn't sound snobby, Damien says. Sounds like, oh, someone who has survived burnout, like real burnout. And part of it too, not to like go on about me, but I think part of it too for me with the burnout was, no, it wasn't, because I I didn't create and launch Girl in Space until after I left my job. I was going to say, oh, because I was doing all the stuff with Girl in Space, but no, I left my job before I started Girl in Space, which is the audio drama that I created that took a lot of time and effort. So, no, yeah, it was literally just the job that burned me out. So, that was interesting to remember. Tiffany says, journalism was my passion until I realized how much it was taking away from me. Yes. Now I'm trying to leave what was once my dream job. Oh boy. Yeah. Hopeful someday I can let my writing sustain me. Taking away from me in a toxic newsroom and not spending as much time with my friends and family. Yeah. And JC Henry says, I understand that, Tiffany. Wow. Leaving what was once my dream job. Yeah, that resonates with me too. I remember being so excited when I got this job at this boutique digital marketing agency, and I was like, "Oh man, I get to be like on a really small team and I get to like do really cool like smart work that like matters and helps people." And then by the end of it, it was just like get me out of here. I just I can't. So, oh my gosh, that's such a powerful phrase, though. My gosh. Trying to leave what was once my day job. Yeah, Tiffany says I'm also resentful how my job made me too tired to work on my novel. Oh yeah. Like for me at the end, I wasn't writing for fun anymore. And that's why like one of the first things I did after leaving my job was to apparently to start Girl in Space. I really am surprised thinking back now that those two things didn't overlap. That surprises me, but interesting. No, I was just done with a capital D on. And like it doesn't help to like when like you said, Tiffany, like when it's taking so much from you that you don't have anything left for yourself, or when you feel like you're being taken advantage of, or when you are, I don't know if this has happened to you, but if you are guilted about using your PTO here in the United States, that's paid time off, and it's just essentially your vacation. And, we were made to feel like, do you really need that day off? And it's just gross. It was just gross. Okay. I also don't want to like spiral everybody here into sadness and despair. But I do appreciate these conversations that we're able to have here, and I'm really grateful for each and every one of you. Whether you are commenting in the chat or if you are lurking, I'm glad you're here. Good. BA says my PTO gets used. Good. Use all of your PTO. Use it up. Use it. For real. Oh my gosh. Tiffany says my boss guilted me for taking time off for my birthday. Yep. That is a familiar story and feeling. PTO stands for prepare the others. Oh, I just tell the boss I'm taking off and that's that. Wow. That's nice though. Like that speaks to maybe a level of autonomy or respect that you have in your job, and I want to say I'm really glad you have that, but yeah, I'm really glad I'm really glad you have that. I hope that that continues. Oh boy. Yeah, we get into some weird situations. But yeah, thank you for being here. I'm going to go and fall down here shortly. Oh, yeah. Okay, one more thing from Damien says that's just setting boundaries, which is harder, yes, to see when you're younger. Yeah, I was so eager to please, so terrified of like being looked down upon or reprimanded in any way that like I had no boundaries with work. I'm a people pleaser, and it's like, oh, I'm pleasing people. That's like, that's it. Ooh, ooh. So yeah. Well, thank you for being here at our Wednesday night create along. I'm Sarah. You are you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being you. We do these create alongs every Wednesday from 7 to 9-ish p.m. Central. It's like 9:15 here. That's fine. I'm enjoying our conversation. Um, but yeah, if you want to come back, I do these streams both on YouTube and Twitch. So if and when you are ever in need of a cozy co-creative space, please do join us. I'd also like to invite you to Story Club that Asa and I are doing Wednesdays and Thursdays at 1 p.m. No, that's a lie. Oh, I can't get it right. 2 p.m. Central. Story Club Wednesday and Thursday, 2 p.m. Central. So we'll be back tomorrow, 2 p.m. Central, reading The Reach by Stephen King. Join us for that discussion if you would like to. You are welcome no matter what. So, oh, I appreciate you too. Oh, fantastic. Yes, everyone have a wonderful night. Take good care of yourselves. Use your PTO. Take your time off. Take good care of yourself. And I will see you the next time that you are here. Wonderful. Okay. Bye for now.